And finally, for today's episode, let's turn to David Trim for a look at Adventist history.
This week, we hear about a very special week in the country of Bhutan.
This week in Adventist history reminds us that we still have much to do if we are to reach the world. On October 10 in 1992, the first Adventist church in Albania was formally organized in Tirana, the capital city. There had been a handful of Seventh-day Adventists in Albania in the 1930s and early 40s, but they were cut off when communists took power in the country at the end of World War II. The Albanian regime was the most atheistic government in the world, far exceeding the Soviet Union and China in its persecution of Christians. With the end of the Cold War, however, new opportunities opened up. In the spring of 1992, David Curry, an Australian evangelist serving in the Trans-European Division, began a series of public meetings which resulted in the first baptisms in Albania for 50 years. One of them was Julian Castrati, who later was one of my students at Newbold College and became a pastor. David Curry's crusade had a major impact, as within 12 months there were 124 baptized members in Albania. But as the country became more westernized, evangelism became more difficult, and today the church is still small with around 450 members. They need your prayers as they witness to a highly irreligious society. On October 12 in 1981, 79 years of history came to an end, but in a new beginning, as the North Dakota Conference in the United States voted to merge with the South Dakota Conference. The two conferences had both been created in 1902, but in 1981, when they merged, they had just under 5,000 members. Today, the Dakota Conference has just over 4,000 members. They too need your prayers, for in only 4 of the last dozen years has the conference had positive growth. That was this week in Adventist history.